Bonnie Blue is truly lost by this point. It's no secret that she is one of the most provocative people on the internet at the moment, and she continues to be one of the most provocative people on the internet today. The last time we spoke about her, there was this fake arrest that was confirmed to be fake, where she was allegedly arrested. People were going crazy for it, saying she finally got what she deserved and all the rest of it, only to find out that it was actually hired police cars and police officers for, by a company that uses it for like sets and TV shows and movies and stuff like this. And basically it was an entire setup, and the internet was completely hoodwinked by Bonnie Blue once again. But now there are clips coming out of Bonnie Blue that are sending the internet again into a meltdown with some very, very provocative claims, which are sending her, spiraling into the hemisphere, and it's all off the back of a brand new announcement that she's made for a brand new stunt that she will be participating in. So let's kind of talk about the clip first, then we'll talk about the stunt that's going to be taking place. So there's been recent clips posted from an interview, which was posted, clips going around the 3rd of June roughly, which features Bonnie Blue making controversial statements during an interview. Specifically, the clip highlights a moment where the interviewer references a comment about Bonnie Blue's nephew, saying, quote unquote, "My nephew is 18, he's still a child," to which Bonnie Blue responds, "Well, send him to me," followed by a laugh. This exchange, as noted in the X post by multiple people, was met with amusement by some who found it quote-unquote hilarious, but it also sparked significant backlash for its provocative and inappropriate tone. Now, Bonnie Blue's response, "Well, send him to me," is delivered in a flippant, joking manner, but is widely criticised for trivialising concerns about her targeting younger men, particularly those who are quote-unquote barely legal. And the comment aligns with her established persona of engaging with 18 to 19-year-old men for her OF content, which she often frames as quote-unquote educational or empowering, but critics argue exploits young adults. Now, like I say, it's been polarizing in terms of a response from the internet. Some people have absolutely loved it, stating that it's quite funny and it's entertaining. Some people have absolutely despised it and said that it is the worst thing that has ever graced the internet. Have they ever watched Logan Paul's content? Guess not. Anyway, in terms of this, it's broken down into a few parts, right? So there's the provocative nature. So Bonnie's comment about the 18-year-old nephew is characteristic of her shock value approach, designed to generate attention. However, it reinforces criticisms that she normalizes predatory behavior by targeting young men and making light of age-related concerns. And critics, as seen in posts across different platforms, view such statements as emblematic of her controversial brand, which they argue promotes harmful narratives about sex and relationships. But there's the misogyny debate. So the response from multiple people reflects a broader debate about double standards. Some defend Bonnie Blue, stating that she is a societal discomfort with her actions stem from unease with women owning their sexuality, while men who participate or produce similar content face far less backlash. And this perspective aligns with the sentiment of the Riverfront Times article, which questions whether the outrage against Bonnie reflects societal hypocrisy rather than genuine ethical concerns. Now, we'll take a little look at the interview that kind of took place, and these are just some of the little snippets of it. It was a very interesting one. It was very in keeping and in character of Bonnie Blue, to be sure, with some very interesting clips, let's just say.
Allowing 1,000 penises into one vagina in 12 hours is disgusting.
But the more you talk about it, the more it turns me on.
You'd fuck an old man.
Oh yeah, of course I would. Old men deserve sex. I mean, the wife might be dead. I don't discriminate whether you're married, 18 or 80. I'll take anybody.
Out of the 1,000 men, there was a lot of barely legal boys. Do you not have a problem with the fact that they're literally borderline underage?
No, because they're 18.
But they're still children.
Yeah, but they're 18. I'd happily take someone like on their 18th birthday. Like, no problem.
How old are
they're
you?
18, 25.
My nephew's 18. He's still a child.
I'll send him to me then. Hopefully I'll find him in my queue one day. It's hard work being a slut. Like, I've earned the title.
So you enjoy being called a slut? So do you condone cheating?
Yeah.
And if you had a daughter and she said, Mummy, I want to be just like you.
Yeah.
And you'd be happy and you'd watch your daughter just f everyone.
Yeah. I will raise my daughter to be independent and to follow her dreams. If that is to 1,000 people, I'll be there with a banner supporting her the whole way. Like, I love the idea that I don't know who's going to be inside of me. There was times I was in doggy and I'd turn around and I would have no idea who's in the back of me. And I love that.
That's disgusting. Like, you're a pretty girl. You could have gone into modelling, you could have gone into acting, you could have been like an influencer.
It's also very hard to get into that.
But so are people.
Not
constantly.
really. Like, I love that, and that's what I've got passion about.
If that's really your thing that you get off on,
Yeah.
you just go and do it in private.
Why do I need to do it in private? I'm proud of it.
Yeah, but
it's
you
like
shouldn't
going, oh, I've done an amazing piece of art, but I should hide it away.
But it's not, because doing art and becoming a cum bucket is two completely different things. Yeah.
I feel empowered when I'm disrespected by over 1,000 men. Like, I have to remind them, spit on me, slap me, choke me, pull my hair, because they're too polite to me.
What you're doing is so damaging to women as a woman.
Oh, women
You're not
find
setting-
everything to complain about.
Not
They'll
really.
cry about anything and everything nowadays.
So your family support what you do.
Super supportive.
So they don't like you.
No, they're super supportive.
But they don't like you.
Sorry, should I sit here and cry that?
I don't
oh
want
my
you to
God,
cry.
I took 1,000
it's not.
guys.
It's not about crying. You don't need to sit and cry that you fucked 1,000 guys. But there's a thing called shame, and we should probably
Yeah.
bring that back.
Then I don't really see why people judge it.
Well,
Really?
they are judging you, yeah, because it is discussing what you're doing. But that's just a fact. Again, it's not a judgment. I'm not.
No, that's your
it's not my
opinion.
opinion. No, that's a
Opinion
fact.
and facts are very different.
Yeah, exactly. My opinion is that I think you're actually a really pretty girl. My fact is that you are a whore and
Yeah.
you are a prostitute. That's a fact.
I mean, it was a very heated debate. Obviously, two very different sides of it. You know, I think both parties did well. She clearly, the interviewer clearly orchestrated and delivered the lines that she wanted to. But I actually think that Bonnie Blue's responses were pretty decent as well. You know, not saying that I align with what Bonnie Blue does. I think, you know, encouraging cheating is, you know, a bit shitty. But in terms of everything else, I suppose, you know, she's not doing anything illegal, I suppose. Yes, she's incredibly provocative, and yes, she, you know, there's a lot that goes on. But I do think that this interview really kind of blew up because of her new challenge that she's got coming up. So, you know, she slept with 1,000 guys in 12 hours. The next challenge, apparently, that is taking place on June 15th. You can probably guess it's a bit of a double or nothing. 2,000 guys in 24 hours. So this is the next thing on Bonnie Blue's tick list. So Bonnie Blue, whose name is Tia Emma Ballinger, announced on the challenge on social media, specifically on Instagram and TikTok, with the provocative caption, "I want to be stretched out and used by the public. I want to give back and say thank you for getting me where I am. The best to do that is to use to make my hole so accessible that everybody. So come and stretch me out June 15th and let's hit that 2,000. She's confirmed the event will be open to the public in London with the hashtag BonnieBlue2000 and described it as an attempt to double her previous record. Now, the challenge is planned for 24 hours, requiring Bonnie to engage with approximately 2,000 men, which breaks down to around 43.2 seconds per encounter if done consecutively and without breaks. This has raised significant skepticism about physical feasibility, with critics like ChatGPT, which has been quoted by the Daily Star, calling it such feats as quote-unquote practically impossible due to logistical and physical demands. Now, this isn't the only time that we've ever seen something like this be done, but this was the video that she uploaded to try and, you know, set the scene and set the stage.
15th of June, I'm going to be tied up in a glass box and open to the public. You can choose to either get involved or just walk around, watch, enjoy the show. But yeah, the website is back up and working, so if you want to get involved, then please do.
I mean, it's interesting that she says that she's tied up in a glass box, almost as if it's not behind closed doors, it's just out in the public. Now, you know, that obviously raises some serious concerns with regards to, you know, public nudity and all the rest of it. Like, I don't think this is even legal, so I can't imagine that would be the way that it goes. It's probably maybe in a glass box inside of a warehouse or something where anyone that wants to go and get involved, if they wanted to, that could go. I don't know. Right now she's not actually broken the law as far as I'm aware, but yeah, it's interesting. What do you guys think? Obviously it's just yet another saga in the Bonnie Blue saga. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump to get the hell out of that like button. Will you be in the 2,000 guy queue? I will not be. Yeah. If you do go, I guess enjoy. Maybe. Is that the right thing to say? Is that appropriate to say? I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and while you're down there, jump to get the hell out of that like button, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.